Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Lion's Den. It is coming up to the weekend, and I have the pre-release of the new hero Electra von Grave. So obviously, it is that time again to have a bit of a test, go through all of her stuff quickly. Obviously, a lot of this was brought up in the live stream, but some of it wasn't covered. So we're just going to go through that, and then we're going to do some training. Yeah, let's get to it, shall we? So here she is, Miss Electra von Grave. So I get her with, as you can see, a max talisman. I get her third red item, obviously max artifacts. I get her first skin max, and I get glyphs at 40. So it's kind of like the minimum max that you can do without the added, like relic. Obviously, I won't be getting stuff like that. So let's just go for who is she. So Electra is a tank for the Eternity faction. I think a lot of people were hoping that she would help Kira, Karth, something like that. Unfortunately, she doesn't. She is very mage based. She helps a lot of her mages do more damage. She soaks damage. So that hasn't really worked in that sense, unfortunately. Another hero to boost Folio and Iris, which great. Not really needed, to be fair, because they're powerful as it is. But we'll quickly go over her skills. I don't have her relic skills here, but I do have pictures of them, so we'll go over that. So let's just quickly go over. So we've got Pain's Embrace. Simple terms, she absorbs all incoming damage for 6 seconds. While that's active, she can't attack, she can't be moved, she can't be displaced. So say something like Lars can't move her, Folio can't drag her, anything like that. When it ends, she blinds the enemies for 7 seconds and increases your team's magic attack. So it's pretty decent. You can see the totals at the top there. It's quite a lot. She's absorbing the limit at the moment for me on this hero. Obviously, this will go up if you glyph her more or whatever. 478,000 damage she absorbs, and then she's going to increase the magic attack of my team by over 20,000. So, I mean, that is good on paper, right? Seems good. Let's see. Then we got Field of Lightning. Fairly simple on this one. Strikes nearby enemies with lightning. It reduces their magic defense for 9 seconds. Magic defense reduction increases by 250 for every 10,000 health lost at that time. So the more health she's lost, the more defense she's going to strip off of the enemies. I mean, that's pretty good. You can see my max reduction at the moment. 12,800 magic reduction defense for the other team. So it's not too bad. But this is what I mean with, again, it's very mage based. So we've got Oath of Protection, sorry. So full description: for 10 seconds, applies an effect to all allies she started the battle with, whose current health is lower than hers. While the effect is active, absorbs part of the damage they take, and she absorbs more damage for Eternity heroes. So basically, because of her last skill, we'll get to that, she's going to have the highest health on your team. So she's going to apply this to all of your team and absorb damage taken to all of your team while this is active. So again, pretty good. I can't really go wrong with that. You can see the absorbed damage, 77,000. And then it's going to be 120,000 for Way of Eternity. So that's quite a bit more. So this is the big one, the last one here, the Immortal Shell. At the start of the battle, she gets stripped of her armor, magic defense, and dodge, and it all gets changed into health. So she'll have no armor, she'll have no magic defense, she can't dodge, but she's going to have a lot of life. So at the moment, it's increased health by 83,000, and per 1,000 stat points that get converted to health. So it's a lot of health. I think I'll show you mine if we go back here. So first we can just have a look at her generic stats. So this is it at the moment. So it is a bit bugged in game at the moment because basically there's too much. The numbers are too high. They can't do millions. So We've got 715k base health. We've got 13,000 strength. Obviously, it doesn't matter what the magic defense, armor, and she doesn't come with dodge, so that's not going to be converted. But yeah, obviously the armor and magic defense is irrelevant. That's going to be changed to health at the beginning of the battle, which I will show in a bit. Skins wise, we have the normal strength skin for her. Her battle skin will be armor, so again, that's going to convert to health. Her artifact's pretty self-explanatory. We've got toughness for her artifact weapon, toughness and health for her book. I think that's the same as Gus, and obviously strength ring. Glyphs, we have magic attack, health, toughness, armor, strength. So yeah, pretty basic ones in that sense. So basically the idea of Electra is she's going to convert all of this to health, and she's just going to be able to absorb a lot of damage through her abilities. That's the how she's supposed to work. I have done a bit of testing. I was in a chat with a community manager and a couple of the other guys there. We were struggling a bit with her. I don't know if it's just because of not having mitigation, but she seems to die very quickly. But we will get to that. So her talisman is strength and toughness. I got some decent rolls, which weren't too bad. I spent like 15,000 on rerolls. Great. Gear wise, I can have a quick scroll through. So this is 16. That's 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. Like a countdown. I know people like to see all ranks, so this is why I'm doing all of them, not just like the orange and red. And then yeah, we can, there you go. So that's all of her equipment, pretty standard stuff like usual, really. I will quickly show the relic skills. Obviously, I haven't got that unlocked. I won't because I don't pay for relics. So I did get these from the live stream, but this is the Dance of Agony, as you can see. So every 25 seconds increases the attack speed by 33% for 10 seconds and greatly boosts damage based on health lost at the time of the strike. So when she's doing this, she's increasing her attack speed. The interesting thing is it also increases the skill speed as well. So I presume she's going to be attacking and doing her abilities even quicker than before. And increases damage, we can see there, by 46,000 per 10% health lost at the time of the strike. So basically just an increase of damage and speed, which is great. Then we have Pain Endurance. When the effect ends, deals magic damage equal to 50% of the absorbed damage, which is really good, I think. This is the Pain's Embrace. It's the first one. It's the one that absorbs all incoming damage. So say if I absorb the limit, which is 478,000, I'm going to be doing 50% of that as damage afterwards, which is pretty cool. Then we've got the upgrade to the Field of Lightning. If an enemy's magic defense is reduced to 0, Electra and her allies deal 50% more magic damage to them. Not much more to say about that. That is just her. Pretty simple. Yeah, it's an interesting one because allies like Iris and that do so much damage as it is already. I'm not sure how much of this is just overkill, but we'll do some testing anyway. And the last one, her ult. When her health falls below 50%, gains immunity to all control effects. And I mean, it's not bad, but my issue is control, even though it is a thing, it's not a massive thing at the moment. If she's getting hit by the likes of Sebastian and upfront heroes, even though it's very meta orientated at the moment, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, I can't test with relics, so we'll do some testing without, but it's interesting at the moment. So I think that's everything wrapped up about her in general, skills, skins, artifacts, everything like that. If I have missed anything, feel free to tell me in the comments. So, two little things first. We're going to have a bit of fun with training, just to show how the health thing works. So, if you remember from, so she converts, sorry, all of her defenses to health. So she's going to have a lot of health. For instance, let's just put her straight in here. She is Eternity. Well done, Mufasa. So let's just attack her with just like anything to begin with. Let's go with an Orion. So just so we can see the health. I have to slow this down, I think. And I haven't got my simple health on, so we will change that in 2 seconds. I'm not used to using the health bars where you can actually see health. So as you can see, so that is definitely not 20,663. That's actually 2 million health. As you can see from her walk, it takes like 2 or 3 seconds for her to actually, for her health to pop up. That's because it's going to take in other things first, and this is what I'll show you here. So remember, we've got 2,600,000 health here. So if we skip that, and then if we attack Electra with Sebastian, as you will see, for people that might not know, Sebastian lowers the armor of the front hero. So you will see that her health will dramatically go down from this. So we'll quickly do that. And I really wish it wasn't on 4 times. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm a little confused. I did try this earlier, but now it doesn't seem to be doing what it was doing earlier. But anyway, it seems to work the other one. So we're going for the Sebastian on defense. We're just showing the difference here. So as you can see, Electra here. So remember 2 million health before. Just watch the pop-up. We're now down at 1.36 million. So Sebastian lowering her armor has taken it down by near 700,000 health. So there is a time on when it doesn't take into effect instantly the health. There is time for like Faceless and Sebastian's alterations to start. So 700k difference just from that. And then say if we put in, let's go like Electra on defense, and we're just going to put Faceless because Faceless gives magic defense. So you will see her health go up instantly. Instead of the 2 million, it should go up by quite a bit. So as you can see here, 2 million on defense, 2.31 million on attack. So yeah, it does take into account other factors before the health shows up, which is quite interesting. Sebastian being able to take away 700k of her health is going to be pretty insane as a counter. The other thing is for like, say, her battle pass, her armor skin, that is going to increase, I think, her health by near 700,000 as well, if I remember right. So Sebastian is basically taking away her armor skin in the battle pass next season. So it's definitely interesting to see stuff like that. Let's just do some normal testing, but those 2 little things are quite interesting. I have a couple of people that want to do some testing, so I mean, people wanted to obviously try Eternity, because she's an Eternity hero. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of using completely overpowered heroes, but say if we do Progress, Julius, Judge, Sebastian, Isaac, and Lara. Let's try that. I mean, obviously we're using Iris, so Iris might just absolutely annihilate us. Let's go for like Corvus Morgan. Let's go for like old school Iris. Oh yeah, and put Electra. Let's have a look. So I mean, you'll see Iris do a lot of damage anyway. But again, you can see like she's nearly dead already. It's just, yeah. No, she died in 20 seconds. I don't know how you start that. As you can see, it's getting a bit mauled, and this is with an Iris team. Let's say, and I think my Lara is actually pretty low, 104k. Not low, but if we swap in, let's put a Tempest, because obviously Tempest always helps. Try something like that. We won't do Iris. There doesn't need to be a resurrection. The added Tempest might be enough to down the progress. Again, Electra's using her ult in 13 seconds. Look at her health. Oh, we got the stun. We got the Iris ult. Yeah, she's down again. Ay. So I mean, because she has no mitigation, she's dying very quickly. So I mean, yeah, she's dead. Let's try. Let's try her again. Maybe we should try without Sebastian, and we'll just try like a normal progress line. Would help if I could press progress. So Julius, Judge, Nebula, Folio, Isaac. Let's try something like that. Let's see if they can break through that without Sebastian. We'll go for the better version with Tempest. Obviously, the dodge doesn't help Electra because she can't dodge, but it's just to add in. You can't really go wrong. It does help Iris because of Octavia and some of the regen. So there you go. She has now as you can see, like 700k more health. So she should be able to stay up a bit. She's ulting on about half-life there. Polaris comes in with a stun. Oh, I thought this was going to do better. And then, yeah, they just can't break through the shields. Interesting. Maybe let's try something different. I mean, I'm only going to do a certain amount of testing here. This was mainly about her in general and just a couple of quick ones. I will be doing a proper training video tomorrow with a lot of her different teams and having a bit more of a test and a bit more of a look around. So let's keep her going. What if we put Corvus in front? Maybe she needs a tank in front. Let's have a look. Because she can still absorb that damage from everyone else. I think Corvus just did all of that damage. I mean, yeah, no, they're still gonna die. Yeah, we can speed that up. So yeah, not gonna die. And I think Corvus was Corvus did 300k, Iris did 700k. I mean, to put that into terms, right, let's do a normal, my Iris team. Let's see how that does. I mean, it's probably going to lose as well. Yeah, fair point. It does lose as well. That is Polaris for you. I can probably guarantee in the other ones, though, without Polaris, the damage will be a bit more, to say the least. Let's throw Neb in there. Let's see if this breaks through. Yeah, see. That's the difference there. Yeah, Polaris hurts, especially on defense. The stun really just puts everything out of balance. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't want to do a massive training video now. we're 20 minutes in already. I've got 5 minutes of just doing that. I just wanted to show her skills and the kind of what to expect from her and what she is supposed to be doing basically in this setup. As I said, I'll be doing it tomorrow. If you guys want to suggest any training for tomorrow, I might even do it later. We'll see, depending on how I feel. What do you guys want to see? What teams in defense and attack? Feel free to comment, and I will do a bunch of them tomorrow. But yeah, I hope this helps you, at least for the beginning, knowing what she's going to need, what kind of stats she has, and how she's going to be working. But yeah, that is my introduction to Electra von Grave. Definitely going to be interesting. As I said, please drop in teams that you want to see her in, and I will happily do them tomorrow in training, and we'll see how it goes. Cheers, guys. I will see you either later on today or tomorrow. Thanks.